This is a big one. This is a fucking big one. About a month ago, I was on a gravel ride with Cameron Jones. Most of you will know who Cameron is. If you don't, he's current mountain bike national champ, cross country, gravel national champ, plenty of other accolades. Anyway, really good cyclist. And a few years ago, he did a challenge where he did 100 laps of a 100-meter climb, so 10,000 meters, to raise money for the rescue chopper. And I was mentioning how cool I thought that was. And next thing you know, we were planning our own one. So this is that video. We're gonna do an Everest or potentially 10,000 meters, I'm not sure yet. And it's sounding like we're doing it on IV line. You'd be forgiven for thinking, because I sound so unsure, we're maybe a few weeks before the day, but it is this week, it is this weekend. The plan is 44 laps of IV line in Tumeki, which is not what I'd call an ideal Everesting loop, but we wanted it to be single track downhill because it's just, you know, it sounds better for promotion, and that was the best we could come up with current tracks being closed and various other reasons. So that's where we've arrived. I have Everested before, and it was like, took me fucking like 20 hours or something like that, so it was a long day. And if we're doing 10,000, that's a whole nother, you know, whole nother 1,000 on top of that basically. So it's gonna hurt, it's gonna really hurt. It's gonna be epic. So it's Thursday night, 2 days till D-Day. Just doing some bike maintenance, making sure it's gonna run as smoothly as possible on the day. Thought I'd just give some quick thoughts on the whole thing. So how do I feel about it? It's a bit of a weird mix. Like, part of me is shit scared, you know, that I'm not gonna be able to do it. But then part of me is kind of thinking there is nothing that's gonna stop me doing it, if you know what I mean. Like, now that I've told people, and the fact that we're doing it for a charity as well, and like people have put money towards us, there's already over $600 towards this. You're gonna have to drag me off that hill to stop me doing it, which is not something I've ever really admitted to. I usually don't really say how I'm feeling about long rides. This is the first time I've actually told people about a ride I wasn't sure I could complete, and it's a bit of a weird feeling. So what things am I actually logistically worried about? My wrist, my back, and the weather, probably. So my wrist, I don't know what's going on with it. The last few weeks from mountain biking, like especially when it's kind of in that position, getting the vibrations all through it, it just gets really sore. So that's honestly probably my main worry, because that is pretty much guaranteed to get worse throughout the day. It's just like what extent it gets to. My back, that's something I've had for coming up on 2 years actually. I've had chronic back pain, and I really struggle with long rides with no stops. I can do long rides, but it's just when it's continuous without like stopping to sit down or lie down or stretch or whatever, that's when it gets hard. So that's definitely a worry as well. And then the weather, it's potentially supposed to be a bit wet, and I mean it's a good track in the wet, the downhill. Like I'm not worried about crashing or anything like that, but just this doesn't need to be any mentally harder than it's already going to be. But I'm also super excited for this. Super excited. I really want to tick 10,000 meters off. I mean, when I Everested last time, I did over 9,000, and I do believe I'm fitter now, but it's hard to say for sure that you're mentally strong enough to do something like that until the day, until you're actually put in that position again. So, we'll see. It's 1:30. Let's do it. Gotta start your day off right. When Everesters need a event calendar. We're about to start, it's raining. It's, wow, it's pissing down out here, I'm soaked already. No, it's like spitting. This is hour 0, lap 0, meters climbed 0. Let's do it. Yeah, boy.
Over 20th of the way in.
Alright, we're 5 and a bit laps in. Done about 1200 meters climbing or so. It's just starting to get a little bit light, so I'd say we might have maybe two more laps in the dark. Then we'll be able to take the lights off, which will be good. We're starting to realise how hard this steep bit right here is going to get later on. I guess we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Slight mechanical. Just finished lap 9, was it?
Yep.
Yeah, lap 9.
Moving on to double figures.
Cameron's jumping into all the rock gardens. So 9 laps means we've done about just under 2,000 meters climbing. So kind of like a fifth of the way there. Once we hit lap 11 and a half, we'll be a quarter of the way. So kind of getting there, although that first quarter was obviously always going to be the easiest. And I'm definitely starting to feel it a little bit. Doesn't help that it's so soggy. Oh mate, follow our lines. Lap 12, over a quarter of the way through now. Just had our first participant. Mike came for a few laps with us. What are our stats at the moment, Cam?
Just about 5 hours in, climbed 2,800 metres.
Just about 5 hours, 2,800. Must be somewhere in the 50s for kilometres.
46 and a half, so yeah, pretty direct kind of route to ticking off that vertical with so little distance, so
yeah.
that's what we want.
We decided pretty early on to just go down the road after IV line instead of doing the Tumiki trail because it had just been worked on, it had rained all night, it was super soft, we were just going to chew it up and probably crash as well, so there wasn't much point. Oh, beautiful. The slog continues. This is lap 18. Cameron's just washing his bike at the bottom because they're filthy. So I'm a little bit ahead of him at the moment, but I'll probably wash my bike soon too. We're sort of in between a third and a half done, so halfway will be 23 laps. It definitely makes it that bit harder being wet. Like it's sort of drying out now, so the road's not as soft as it was, but I'm just filthy. Like, can't wipe the screen on the GoPro properly, can't use my phone properly, so just makes everything a bit tougher. But we're making pretty good progress, to be honest, so pretty happy with that. My wrist is definitely hurting on the downhills, but it's kind of just gotten to a point it hasn't really gotten any worse, so I'm hoping it doesn't. So that's manageable at the moment. My back pain, that's sort of coming and going. Some laps will be not very comfortable, and then some laps are okay. Yeah, we're just in the thick of it at the moment, really, just ticking off laps, getting them done, just trying to move forward. Let's carry on. Alright, we hit 5k. We were officially halfway. 23 laps in. So as a little reward, I'm gonna do a little, pretty much a race run down IV line for you, for those gravity focused subscribers. So let's give it some beans. The track's pretty chopped up, so don't expect too much, but should be fun. Oh my god! This back tire trying to get away on me. Yeah boy, I'm gonna regret that so hard, but it was fun while it lasted. I'm really struggling. It's lap 20. It's lap 28. It must be around 6,000 meters. Cameron's going ahead. Oh, I'm in a lot of pain. I really don't want to let anyone down, but I don't know if I can do it. I'm hoping this is just a low point and I'll feel better soon, but I really don't want to quit. I'm just trying to think of everyone who supports me, and I'm just trying to put one pedal in front of the other. So that's what I did. Those next 4 laps took me to a pretty dark place mentally, but as I've come to realise with these sort of things, and with life in general, it seems to be that it's always the hardest right before it gets easier. And today was no different, because suddenly a whole bunch of our friends had shown up to support us. We're on lap 33. Got Coop Dog here. Hey! And then the whole bloody roadie gang showed up. Pretty cool, raising morale for sure.
We'll go to a real slip 21.
Then needs to run up.
Yeah, boys! Yeah! Got far from the flat.
All the boys.
We're good. Yeah, boys.
So we were now 34 laps in with almost 7,500 meters under our belts. And for the first time all day, I was really starting to believe I could finish this thing. It had hugely lifted my spirits having all our mates there riding with us, and I'd made it past my big low point. Things were just looking better and better.
Yeah, boy.
Surely nothing can stop me now, right?
Whoa! You alright?
Oh, that didn't feel nice.
Ouch. Hold up. Hold up. You okay? Maybe a video is a bad idea. Encourage madness.
You alright?
Oh, no.
Yeah. You knee okay?
Oh, that doesn't look good actually. Looks like a hole in my skin.
Give it a solid squirt.
Oh shit.
There's a hole. Ouch. Bugger. Whoopsies.
And just like that, 13 hours worth of riding down the drain. We got down to the bottom and had a closer look at it, and I could actually see my kneecap under the skin, and there was a whole bunch of gravel and dirt and shit in there, so it would have just been stupid to keep riding. Plus I could barely bend my knee anyway, so I wouldn't have been able to if I wanted to. It was a bit of a weird mix of emotions. It's like, obviously I was pretty gutted. I mean, that sucked. I really was starting to feel good about the ride, starting to think I might be able to do it, and then to have a crash and have to pull out was not great. But like I said, I was also 13 hours into a ride, so there was a little bit of me, I'll be honest, that was like, phew, don't have to do the rest of it now. So yeah, Cameron had to carry on his own. Brad took me off to hospital where I was for probably 2 or 3 hours. They cleaned it out really well, made sure there's no gravel in there, made me get an x-ray in case there was gravel under the skin, and then stitched it back up. It's been 2 weeks now since the ride. I got the stitches out a few days ago and I still can barely walk. It's basically just in a really awkward spot right on the outside of my knee there, so I can't really bend it until that skin heals up. But it's been kind of good having a bit of time off the bike and reflecting on the ride and reflecting on all the racing I've been doing lately and everything, so I think it's actually been kind of a good thing, and it's just one of those lessons that I had to learn the hard way really. I've still got plenty of ideas for the future for big rides and big races to do, so definitely stay tuned, exciting stuff to come. But I'll leave it there for today. Thanks so much for watching. Thanks to everyone that came out to ride with us. Thanks heaps to everyone who donated. We ended up raising $2,200 I think, which was pretty awesome considering we only announced it the week we were doing it. We got a front page in the paper. I wish I had one here to show you, but that was pretty cool. So yeah, epic achievement all around I think. And Cameron did finish it, so at least one of us did. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.